put your hands together and help me bring Madison Beer to the stage. Hi.
Hello. I can't see you at all. Oh my gosh. I cannot see anyone. What? Hi. I can't see you, but I do
I
love
heard
you.
mother is mothering, and I agree.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. Hi, guys. Hi. I wish I could see you more. I'm just going to complain about it the entire time. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
I'm scared a little.
Oh no, this is the most fun.
Okay.
I promise. We have fan questions. I have some questions for you. I'm going to start with the most recent because you are heading out on tour very soon.
Yes. Is anyone going?
Yay! That's exactly what you want to hear.
Me too.
Yeah, you will be there every night.
Yes.
How are you currently feeling? I think we're a little under a month out, maybe?
I'm feeling many emotions. Sorry, this is always, I'm just not good at this. I'm feeling many emotions and things in regards of tour. I feel like I've been explaining it to people in the most like understandable way if you're not a touring artist. Like touring is kind of like a relationship, like a long-term relationship where when you're out of it, you really miss it and you can like romanticize the good things. And then when you start to get close again, you remember the things that were bad and scary a little. And that's how I've been feeling. Probably a month ago, I was like, oh, I'm remembering some of the hard nights and some of the nights I was crying and just like overwhelmed and feeling really drained. But now I've been transitioning into the excited mindset and I just like am now really, really looking forward to getting back out there. And I've spent the last month or so really implementing all the ways that I can like, you know, obtain my mental health, make sure that I can sustain a 7 month long tour. And yeah, I just want to make sure that I implement the things that I learned last time and bring them in on the road this time, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you are no rookie. You know what you're doing by this point. What's the best lesson that you've learned having done 2 tours already?
Oh, I forget about my first tour. I've learned, what did you ask me?
What's the best thing that you've learned? Something that maybe like, no, it's fine. Something that you've done before that now you're less afraid of this time?
Oh, probably just performing. The first show on my last tour was a little traumatizing. The whole LED wall didn't work and I had to stop the show. Like my opening night, I was so excited. It was like months of preparation and then I pushed play on the show and the whole wall was off. And I was like, stop the show. They were like, we can fix it while the show's on. I'm like, stop the show. And I just got on the mic and I was like, sorry, 1 minute, please. And yeah, it was just like, that was really difficult. And then I remember every other show, it was that nervousness of, is the wall going to work? And is everything going to be okay? And you kind of learn that even if things don't go okay, like there was a night at Barcelona, I think, my whole entire top broke and I had to perform half the set just like this. And it was okay. You know, you kind of just like learn that even if things go wrong, it's okay, and if I'm in a room full of my fans, I'm happy and feel like it's just where I belong. So, yeah, if things go wrong, it's just not getting as nervous about it. I'm a control freak, so letting go of the control. Just if it happens, it happens. I forgot my lyrics one night. That was, I was really upset with myself, but it's okay, you know.
Did you ad-lib or start over? What's the approach there?
I don't remember. I blacked out for sure.
Cool.
I was like, it was in Dear Society, and I'm not going to blame one of my fans, but it was their fault, for sure. I made eye contact with her, and she sang the wrong lyrics, which then made me sing the wrong lyrics. And I was just like, you messed me up. But it was, yeah. Or sometimes they'll have signs to songs, but they write their own lyrics. I read every sign. So if I'm in the middle of the song and I read it, I'm like, I'll suddenly sing it. And sometimes it's not things I should be singing. But yeah, those are great moments, is being like, it's okay if I mess up, if the stage collapses, as long as no one gets hurt. It's okay. Yeah. I'll be fine.
Live music.
We can move on, you know? Yeah.
Have you developed any pre- or post-show rituals?
Post-show, I like dart into a shower just because I like have to take everything off and I like to just get in like sweatpants as soon as possible. But not really. I always joke about this, but it's not really a joke anymore, where I pretend like I'm not going out on my real show. I pretend like I'm just doing rehearsals or doing a sound check, and then, there's an audience. Oh my goodness. And it just helps me a little bit. Mentally, I get very, very nervous and I get very overwhelmed, and I'm like, oh my God, there's thousands of people. I'll look out and I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, this is crazy, because I still can't wrap my head around that anyone comes to my show. And so when I see sometimes the crowds are so big, I'm just freaking out. I remember when I also ramble quite a lot.
I think we all want to hear everything you have to say.
Sorry. Just cut me off if I'm like, they're like, it's been 3 hours. Can you sing? When I got pushed out, I'm serious. When I got pushed out at the Wiltern, I remember just looking, am I allowed to curse? Well, I got pushed out at the Wiltern and I just went, holy fuck. That was the first thing I said when I got, pushed out. I was on like a thing. I don't know how to explain it. If you came, you know what I'm talking about. I was on like a riser that my dancers would push out. And I looked out the crowd and just couldn't believe the size of it. And so, yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about this. Let's move on.
Like I said, we will listen to anything and everything.
Sorry.
We're here for you.
Thank you.
Are you one to record on the road? Like, are you able to pop into different studios in different cities or write on the go? Or do you pretty much stop?
No. I stop.
All right.
Well, I write
like
ideas and little voice memos, but I'm not writing like full music.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of shows, you know.
It's exhausting, I imagine.
My brain, it just is,
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Understandable. So why was Spinning the right title for this tour? Obviously the lead track of your amazing latest album.
Thank you.
That came out last year. But what was it about that song that sort of set the tone for this tour?
To be so honest with you, I just didn't like the way Silence Between Songs tour sounded. It sounded long.
It's a little wordy.
Sounded wordy, a lot of S's. Mm. And I was like, maybe there's something different. And Spinnin' is the first song. The Spinnin' tour sounds cool to me, so there she is.
There she is.
Truly, that's how it happened. It was not a whole thought. And then I did think, though, after having that thought, that there are really cool visuals I could do. Like, not to give anything away, but we're going to lean into, you know, the roundness of like the word spinning, and there's going to be visuals and whatever.
Just a few little teasers.
Just tell you everything. I will. Knowing me.
Go for it.
They know me.
Tell us everything. So I think we all saw the Instagram post when you found out that you were Grammy nominated.
Oh my goodness.
No words, just tears, I think was the caption. Take us to that moment though. What was that day like and moment?
Truly indescribable in ways that I can't properly articulate. I think that there's been moments throughout my career that I've been like, yeah, this is a dream or this is a goal, and they've been, whether they're unrealistic or things that I'm like, oh, that could happen one day. This felt like a dream that will always remain a dream and not something that could ever remotely be reality. And Camille, one of my managers who's actually in the audience, was texting me that the night before, and she was like, Grammy noms in the morning, and I was like, girl, just stop it right now. Like, don't be silly. Just because I was honestly not even on some like, oh, maybe, like, I really did not think there was a chance. And it was just to walk you through it, because it really is a moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And just, it's one of those moments that you feel so alive and you're like, oh my God, I've like waited for this day forever. And just so much gratitude and overwhelming just appreciation for like those of you who have stuck by my side since I was 12 years old and who have been with me, even if you've, you know, only been with me for a year or whatever. Just like your support and getting me to this place. This has literally been my dream since I started making music. I'll never forget like seeing Amy Winehouse win her Grammy, and just moments like that have just always been ingrained in my mind as a musician. And so to answer your question, after a year, my mom called me. So my phone is always on my nightstand. It's on vibrate. If someone calls me and I'm sleeping, I'm not hearing that.
You're sleeping, yeah.
Ever. But this morning, I guess something in me just was like not fully asleep, and my phone vibrated one time, and I'm like getting choked up thinking about it because it just was so magical. I like grabbed my phone. I saw my mom was FaceTiming me, and that could only mean one thing. What is she calling me to say? Oh, no, not this year, you know? she was calling me. And I was like, this can only mean one thing. And I just was, the second I saw her name on my phone, I think out loud, I probably was like, there's no way, there's no way, there's no way. And I picked up the phone and I answered, and she was crying. And she was like, you did it, you got it. And I couldn't believe it. I just was so in shock, and just like my heart's literally pounding thinking about it. I couldn't believe it. I called everyone I've ever met, and I told them, and was just sobbing, and everyone was so sweet and excited for me, and my friends who are artists or my makeup artist or my dad or whoever it is, just like everyone was so excited. My dad's reaction was so funny now that I think about it. But yeah, it was just a magical moment. I'm just so grateful, and it's just like one of those things that I still can't believe. And I tweeted recently, like people will come up to me and be like, congrats, by the way. And I'm like, for what? I have no idea what you're talking. Thank you, but I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, oh, right. It's just really cool, and I'm very grateful in every way. I can't talk about it too much because I don't even know what to say. It's insane.
It's amazing
It's
and
insane.
deserved.
Thank you.
You said your dad had a funny reaction. Worth sharing? Funny or not?
He was brushing his teeth, and I called him, and I think I just was like, I'm nominated for a Grammy, and he dropped his phone, and I had just like a really funny view of him from underneath, and he screamed for his girlfriend, and he was literally screaming and immediately started crying and just was like running through the house, and like his phone was just in the funniest angle. I should have screen recorded it, but in that moment, I just wasn't thinking about anything other than like I have to tell everyone, and oh my God, did I go live? I don't remember. I did. See, I just black out, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to tell everybody. Everyone needs to know. It's so cool. It's very unbelievable to me, and I'm very, very grateful.
Is there anyone on Grammy night that you're hoping to maybe bump into or catch up with quickly?
Oh my goodness. Everyone. I'm such a fan of literally. Sorry, that's such a lame answer, but I'm such a fan of everyone.
No, it's a hard question.
I mean, like, I am so excited for the place that music is in, and I'm excited to see like just everybody, and I'm so proud of everyone, and I just want everyone to have a good night. And I don't know.
For you, generally, what's the sign of a good night? Whether it be like you're staying in or going out, what's the thing that proves that you had a good time?
I'd stay in for sure, but on the nights I'd go out, I don't know, just like trying to stay off my phone, keep good company, be present. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like obviously you've talked about this a lot, given the album title, Silence Between Songs, like that period of time in between the noise of making music, releasing music. How have you gotten better at spending your alone time?
I've gotten a lot better at just being alone in general in the last couple of months. I've spent a lot of time by myself. I've always just been someone that's been very like codependent, and I lean on other people a lot, which I think is totally fine. But I've tried to, especially with tour approaching, like really work on that relationship with just being alone. Because even on tour, when you're around so many people, the crash of going to your bed at the end of the show and just being like, okay, now I'm by myself. What do I do? It can be really intense, especially when tour's over. I mean, that's a whole other thing. But I just wanted to be, comfortable being alone. And so I've been working on that a lot. And I think the ways that I've gotten better at that is just, I don't know, recognizing the things that don't make me feel good, which is like scrolling aimlessly on my phone doesn't make me feel good. I don't want to do it. Reading like comments about myself like doesn't make me feel good. Shouldn't do it. It's just like things like that. I know it sounds silly, but have really helped me. Yeah.
It's probably hard because it's also so integral to work, but do you have like time limits on any of the social media apps?
I do. I actually don't have a few apps on my phone anymore, but I do have time limits on all of them that I bypass.
Yeah, of course.
But
they wouldn't give you the option
now
if you didn't
I
want
don't
to bypass.
have. There's 2 that I don't have anymore, but yeah. Yes.
So outside, obviously, you're rehearsing right now, so the music is top of mind. Between its release and now, have you been listening to the album? Is that something you do, or you kind of put it out and step away from it?
I kind of put it out and step away from it because I worked on it for so long, and it's just like was my everyday for literal years. And so it's not that I don't love it and I don't want to listen to it every day. I just am working on other things now. So yeah, there's more soon.
Just sort of gasp over the crowd.
They know this already, though. They already know that that's on its way. But yes.
Where's the funniest or weirdest place that you've heard a song of yours?
You know, I actually haven't heard my music out in public too many times. I've gotten videos of people being like, oh my God, this is here. CVS loves to play my song Unbreakable, which is a very old song, as you can tell from the laugh. It's super funny, but I've heard that multiple times. Or it's Walgreens, maybe. One of the two. I'm like, what's up with you guys? I don't know.
Resonates.
I think they have like a worldwide playlist as well, because it's only been in those stores and that one song. So, yeah.
When you think back on release night for your second album, is there one thing that stands out the most to you now?
Oof. I don't know. I hated my outfit that night. That's all I think about. I'm just kidding. No, it was really fun. It wasn't fun. That night was not fun. Releasing the album was fun, and I would have rather spent it home, to be so honest, on my phone, talking to my fans with excitement. I don't like parties and things and being with a lot of people, so... I think it's a lesson I learned, you know. I'm like, I'm not cut out for a big event that's like everyone's there for me. I say that now, but
Grammys in 2 weeks.
It's just different. Like that was just like, I don't know, that night felt so overwhelming because I feel like I want to say hi to everyone. You know, when you have all your friends and family at your birthday party or something, you feel obligated to spend your night like saying hi to everyone and making sure that everyone feels like you paid attention to them. And that's what I felt like I did the whole night instead of enjoying it. So
Yeah.
I think I've learned my lesson that I need to be by myself. Everyone leave me alone. That's how I feel.
Noted for the next album.
Sorry to everyone who was there.
We all stay home. Do you have a favorite song? It's like picking a favorite child, I know, but a favorite song off the album, and has it changed between the time you released it and now?
I think it is very hard to pick a favorite song. They are like my children, but I would say, I think King of Everything is very special to me in many, many ways. And it's hard. I don't know. I resonate with Envy the Leaves lyrically a lot, daily. Guys, I love you. Yeah, really, really resonate with that song. So they're all special to me. And
They
At
are.
Your Worst.
Yeah.
And Spinnin'.
We should just say the whole track list.
Yeah, I'm like,
they're all perfect.
yeah. All 14 songs.
I think a lot of people resonated with Ryder as well. I have a brother, so
Yeah.
that really hit home. What was that?
Is he younger or older?
He's older, but that was what
Same
was cool
vibe.
to me about the song. Is it in that moment, like listening? I've done that twice.
Knock my teeth out. Anyway.
Giveaway. That was what was cool to me, though. In the moment, hearing that song for the first time, it almost didn't matter the age difference. It's like a special bond that kind of only those siblings can understand.
No, I completely agree. And I thought that as well when I wrote it, was like, this is only something that siblings will get. But I've had a lot of kids and people who are only children be like, I resonate with it in ways where like I could relate it to a parent or something. And it's cool to see how people have like filled that role. But yeah, I definitely think that relationships with your siblings are just so like unique and strange. Yeah. And I wanted to write a song about him for a long time because we've had a very interesting relationship, and how it's progressed has been just super weird, for lack of better words. Like, we've had a strange life. So
Yeah. In the Spotlight changes everything growing up that way.
Yeah.
How did you kind of know if that was a song you wanted to do for a long time? How did you know that was the right time and that this was the right album to put it on?
After writing my book, I felt really capable of articulating those things that might have been hard, or things that I like didn't want to maybe admit. I don't know. I think it takes a lot of self growth and work to be able to acknowledge how things that I feel that I went through that, maybe weren't in my control, even like things that happened when I was 12 or 13, when I'm obviously not like a thinking adult. I'm a child at that point. Things that I might have done at that age that could have affected him, and taking some responsibility for that, I think, was really important for me, because for a long time I was like, how is that my fault? I didn't do anything. But it's like, I don't know, there's definitely ways that I could have looked out for him more, could have thought about him more, considered him in situations in a better way. And yeah, I take responsibility for that, and I've always wanted to just give him that acknowledgement, and I think that it's gone very appreciated. And we don't really get sappy with each other, so doing it in a song felt like the right way to do it,
Yeah.
Having the conversation in private with him would have been weirder than me releasing a song for the world. Like that, it felt like the only route to take. So yeah, I'm glad we did. And I'm hoping that he sings it with me at some shows, maybe.
I was going to ask. That would be
Hopefully.
amazing.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
If he's willing to, we'll see.
We have to go to every single one now, just in case.
Yep. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Within that answer, you said something which is worth repeating. You released a book,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
Thank you.
How did you know you wanted to do that, and what was the most challenging part from going, I want to do this, to it actually coming out?
I think that I wanted to do it for a long time because there was things I wanted to talk about that I felt I would need to sort of explain and give a lot of context to. And I don't know, I also just really love like relating to people and talking to them, getting to know people. And I thought that this would be a great way to like let people who might think they know me get to know me a bit more. And then I felt like that would like strengthen our relationship. I don't know. And there's also just important things that I think that, yeah, it was the right place to do it in. Things I wanted to always sort of acknowledge, talk about, give advice.
Yeah.
Just that. And things were scary for sure to write about, because putting yourself out there obviously is always intimidating, but it feels very worth it when I meet people who are like, I read your book and it did X, Y, and Z for me. That makes it very worthwhile. So I'm glad I did it.
Yeah. Is there going to be another half of it at any point?
We shall see. We shall see.
Life keeps happening,
It keeps on going, doesn't it? Yeah.
For any other artist who is considering doing a memoir at some point, what's the best piece of advice you could give to them?
Make sure that, never mind.
You're on your own.
people were like, she's 24 and wrote a memoir. I'm like, it isn't an autobiography. It is a memoir. And I just was writing about a time in my life when I was younger and what I've been through. Anyway, that's what I was going to say. But I would say just write your truth and honesty. And if you feel like I don't know, I think that there's a very difficult thing in today's day and age where we have like such access to people on social media, and you can feel like you really know people, but in a lot of I understand. In a lot of ways, that's my wrap it up cue card on the TV. In a lot of ways, though, we don't. And I think that I've felt this weird relationship with, I guess, artists or people who I follow where I'm like, I feel like I know this person, but I don't really know them. But it's just this weird thing, I guess, with social media now. And I wanted to give the people that might feel like the people who are going to read my book are the people who I think actually would care enough to get to know me. Whereas I feel like if I were to post something on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, there's so many people who actually couldn't give a shit, which is fine. And I totally respect that and I think that's great. But there are people who do. And I think that those are the people that I wrote the book for, as the people who I actually wanted to be like, you know what, I want to know more about that girl and I want to read this. And that's why I decided to put it in a book, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Through that process, and I guess just through the process of growing up as well, do you feel like you've uncovered a secret to balancing living a really public life and also knowing what to keep private and just to yourself?
Not really. I think it's very hard and it's very weird, and I have some fans and friends and people that I'm very close to. There's a lot of people, I can't even see them, but I know a lot of people in this audience right now. And I'm very close to many of them, and I'll have conversation with them, and they're like, there's so many parts of you that I wish you would like post more, like whether it's like making a TikTok, but I struggle to want to do those things because I feel like there's a part of me that remains protected when I don't, if that makes sense psychologically. I don't know. I've thought about it a lot, and I'm like, why? I don't know. I guess there's like a version of me that I'm willing to let people pick apart, and then there's the real me that I kind of want to keep protected, because so much of my life has been just like out there, and a lot of it has been super wrong, and it just feels sometimes like, oh my goodness, there's so many people that have such a wrong idea of me. Should I just let them? Is that okay? Because the right people, I think, do know who I am, and I think a lot of people in this room that I've met countless of times and love very dearly, I think that they like know my heart and they matter a lot more to me than whatever stuff is out there. So yeah.
I know she comes up in every interview, but that was one of the things that struck me when you did your interview with Lana, is that the two of you talked about the importance of people who know you will know you.
Yeah.
And, no matter what, as you keep growing, there will always be misinformation on you at the same time.
Totally. I think that there's people love to yap, man. People love to talk. And I don't know, I think it's easy too. It's like an easy target, right? Where it's like someone's a public person, you can be online and you can be behind a username and you can say really mean things. I mean, I've seen people say the most horrible things to people on social media, and it blows my mind, and it's really saddening to me, and I will always fight for anti-bullying and anti-hate, and I think there's ways to go about things and ways to not, and I think that Lana is amazing for that, because she also, like, she's shown me that you don't have to put 100% of yourself out there, and I think that her fans know who she is. I think that my fans know who I am, and I think there's always going to be people, and hate is a lot louder than love, unfortunately, and you hear a lot more of like the mean things people have to say than you do the love. It gets really overpowered, but as Ariana said, my tongue is sacred, so not gonna engage with everything, gonna just leave certain things. I can't die on the hill just begging people to know who I am, because I think there are people who do, right? You guys know me, don't you? Okay, see, then I'm good.
You're good.
That's all that matters, for real.
Hardest question I might ask all night. You and Lana ran into each other at Earth. What is the go-to order there? Favorite menu item?
Honey vanilla latte is so good, and I'm not a coffee person at all, but I also dump like 4 packets of sugar in there, so maybe that's what I'm liking, but that's really good. I actually went there last night. Super funny you say that. I get the ricotta and peach. Is it peaches? Squash pizza. Super good. Very yummy. Yes.
I think we're all familiar with the range of influences that you have, and we hear it on this album. I certainly do. Are there any that you are hoping to work with maybe this year?
Oh my goodness. I mean, all of them. Such a dream. But if I were to pick one, I would say Sir Paul McCartney would be my number one. Yes.
That'd be amazing. I feel
Number
like with the
one.
Grammy nom under your belt, like anything could happen this year.
I pray. I pray for him. Yes.
I also was really curious, and this, feel free to skip, but if you and Lana were to team up, her song titles are such a big part of her identity. What would that song title be for the two of you?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, but I would love to do something with her. I mean, she's unbelievable. She's also just like the coolest, and I have to just say this every time she gets brought up because people should know. She is the coolest, nicest person ever. She's so real, she's so down to earth, so genuine, no ego. And I just love her. She's such an idol of mine. I'm just like, oh my God, she's amazing. So yeah, if you're a fan of hers, remain being a fan of hers.
People say all of that about you too,
Oh
just so
my-
you know.
I don't
It's all
believe
true.
you, but thank you. That's very nice.
It is true.
Thank you so much.
So it makes sense that, like-minded souls find each other.
Thank you.
Are there other professional, personal goals? Are you the type to sort of like make a goal list, a manifestation board going into a new year?
Maybe not a new year, but like I have like life goals. Like I would love to sell out MSG one day. That would be so cool. The forum here would just be so cool. Yeah, that would just be amazing. But I also don't put too much pressure on myself because I'm like the Grammys. I'm like, if I never get nominated, that's okay. I just try not to let that like be what I define myself as like happy or successful. And I think it's good for people to set goals, and I definitely will always continue to. But I don't know. I think that some things that you don't look at as goals end up happening. And you're like, playing the Greek theater was not one of my goals, and that's insanely cool. And I'm so excited. So like some things that you don't make your goals actually end up being those things that make you be like, wow, this is crazy. Like playing the Greek. I'm like, okay, cool. We don't have to shoot for the forum. Let's go to the Greek. That's awesome. I'm excited for that.
Steps, baby steps.
Exactly. Yeah. The goalpost changes a bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How do you measure happiness today? Like, what is the sign of you knowing that you are good?
If I get out of bed, it's like a good day. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Probably just, I don't know. I really, like I said earlier, I really try to be mindful of just like what my body is telling me and like and that's not on some like cold plunge stuff, you guys. That's not me. That's just on some like, I really am trying to listen to my heart and my soul. And if I feel like, okay, I'm around these people and I don't feel like myself and I don't feel good, I don't feel heard, and I feel all types of bad things, I shouldn't be around those people. And if I go on certain apps and I like things like that, I really just try to implement. And I know that sounds maybe silly to some, but I was someone that kind of was willing to be in rooms that I wasn't comfortable in or have conversations and not stick up for myself. I am like the first one to be standing up for myself in conversations or whatever. If I'm like, if there's boys around me that are talking about a girl in some way, I'm the first person to be like, watch it. But yeah, I don't know. Things like that make me feel good and make me go home and be like, cool, I'm proud of you today. Try to treat myself like my own best friend. And my best friend, Lena, is amazing. And she would always step up for me and always stand up for me in certain situations. And she would be the first one to be like, why are you with those people? Get out of there. Those people suck and they're horrible to you. So I try to do that for myself without having to have her right next to me. And I think that that's something that everyone should try to do, is just be like, would you want your best friend in that situation? Would you want them to be in that situation? No. So yeah, just that makes me feel good and happy.
Yeah. Another Ariana line in there.
I know. It's so funny when I saw that lyric.
Song.
When I saw that lyric, I was like, I've been saying that. That's so true, bestie. Yeah. No, I agree completely. I agree completely with that line for sure.
Before we get to the audience questions, you did tease a little bit about tour, but is there anything else you are willing to share with us about what we can expect?
Well, I'm bringing a band this time, which I don't know if they know. So I can tell you that. That's okay, because you'll see that in rehearsal footage and stuff. But I'm bringing a band. What else can I tell you that I'm willing to share? Of course, visuals. Maybe I'll rip this Band-Aid off because this will be a whole thing. There is no quick change this time.
Wow.
I know. This is it. I knew this was going to be devastating news. But I promise it is for the better. And it's literally because my dancers are not coming with me and they aren't changing me. So we have a band now and they're 2 boys. And they're not changing me. So I'm going to, I'm a baby getting changed. I'm going to wear one outfit, but we're going to have rotations, and they're really cute, and I promise it's going to be okay. Don't worry. I just remember when one of my favorite artists, Melanie, went on their last tour, it was like, no quick change. And I was like, oh my God, that's going to happen to me. They're going to get so upset. But so I just want to tell you that now. But it's going to be great. Promise. And the Greek will probably have its own special outfit. So I'm sure it will. It's closing night. So
yeah, it's going to be very special.
I'm going to be sobbing. I can't see you, but I'm going to be crying my eyes out. And I don't know if I'm going to make it through the show. I'm so serious. Sorry, side note. My last show, it wasn't even closing night of the whole tour. It was closing night of the U.S. leg. And I couldn't breathe. I was like, during Baby, I was crying. And I was like, I'm going to be my baby. I couldn't believe that I wasn't going to see them tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was so upset that I can't actually fathom what it's going to be like at the Greek. Because it's closing night of the whole entire tour.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
We're going to use the time.
One to another one sobbing. It's going to be craziness. And then people who are there, some people don't know like the whole schedule of the tour. Some people are going to be there and be like, what is she crying the whole time? Oh boy. My birthday is on tour. I turned 25 in Poland. How cool.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Terrifying. A little bit. Yep.
25 years. It's good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yay.
Yeah, the time saved from the quick change, a lot to crying.
Correct.
I think that's perfect.
Correct. And it's just like, I don't want to, it was stressful, y'all. The quick change was really something special. I don't want to do it again.
See, lessons
one
learned.
day.
Yeah.
If we're at the Forum, I'll do a quick change.
Okay.
One day. We'll see.
Well, that's going to happen, so.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully. We'll see.
Okay, let's get to some of these audience questions. This one's from Max.
Where's Max? I can't
Great
see you.
minds think alike, my friend. Any spoilers you can give us for tour? We missed you.
I miss you so much, and I see you in my mind right now, and I love you. What was the question? Now I'm just envisioning Max's cute face.
Any spoilers you can give us for tour? Do you want to give us any more?
God, come on. I'm taking your requests very seriously, is what I'll say. I'm taking your requests very seriously, is what I'll say. Okay? No more.
All right. How do you take care of your mental health while on tour?
I just try. I feel like I answered this earlier, so I won't bore you guys to death. But I tried to really implement just things that like weren't working for me last time, like doing 4 shows in a row and having one day off, and then 4 shows in a row. It just like was so exhausting, and I wasn't enjoying the shows. And I want to enjoy every show. Every city deserves enjoyment. So, I'm not doing that again. I'm doing like 2 and then a day off and then 3 and then a day off. So it won't be as crazy. The schedule's not as packed. Just things like that. Yeah. And I think it'll work out great.
Little things make a big difference over the course of a lengthy tour.
They definitely do.
They didn't sign their name. This is my first time seeing you, and I am so excited. It's so close to tour. That's it.
Amazing. Wait, is this the right
words.
Kyle? Wait, I'm just making sure because there was like repeats. Hold on, sorry. I just want to make sure if this is the right one. Wait, no, this is the right one, I think. So, there were just a few that were the same. Sorry.
All good.
Wait, am I crazy? Sorry. I think these are fine. Sorry, there was just repeats.
We're feeling okay with them?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry. There's just a lot, and there was just, I filtered out the ones that were the same.
All right. Which song was the most challenging to write? I imagine off the most recent album we'll go with.
Probably At Your Worst, because at the end of the song, I bring it back to me and how I see myself in this person and how I've been affected by things that have happened. So that was just like emotionally hard. Also teetering the line of just like, what can I say? What should I put in a song? What do I feel is like respectful? I don't know. Yeah. I try to like write about my feelings without like ripping on people. Like even me saying like, why are you always such a Gemini was like crazy for me to write. I remember putting that out and being like, oh my God, everyone's going to know who it's about. Like they didn't already. But that At Your Worst was tough, but I'm proud of it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are grateful for it.
Thank you.
This question's from Devon. What's your go-to shower song?
All of Portals by Melanie Martinez. I literally listen to it on loop. It's kind of crazy. I need to figure out like a way to bring my phone into my shower though, because I can't hear it, but I do play it. Yeah.
From Sher, if you were to get another tattoo.
I saw Sher's TikTok of your outfit or your tweet, something. Yes, I saw it on TikTok. Your outfit is so cute. I can't really see you right now, but I did see your TikTok, and I was like, oh, I have to remember Sher. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming. I loved your outfit. Okay, sorry. What was it?
No, this is a fun question. If you were to get another tattoo, what would it be and where would you get it?
I'm running out of secret spots is my problem. I have a lot. I have tattoos on every side of my ankle. You can't see them now, but like truly, I have like a sleeve on my foot. And I have these two on my hand, and then I have the back of my neck, but they're all very hidden. I have one on the back of my arm. Secret spots, running out of those.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to get something spinning tour related, maybe at the end. And I would love to like plan it with my fans, because a lot of them get like tattoos. I'll write something and they'll get that tattooed, or they'll, you know, I've seen people with my bow or whatever.
Yeah.
I would love to like mutually discuss a tattoo we
Open
can all
forum.
get. Every person who goes to the tour will be getting a tattoo for the spin-in tour. I think that'll be fun. Yeah.
Do you have any
Yeah.
sense of what, which lyric of yours might be the most tattooed by your fans?
Oh, something from Default, I'm sure. Or maybe Everything Happens for a Reason. I've written that a lot of times, and I remember because every time someone, can you write Everything Happens for a Reason? I'm like, can I abbreviate it to EHFAR? But yeah, that I've written a lot. And then I've also written a lot of Default lyrics, and I can't remember, but also maybe FTWR, which stands for Follow the White Rabbit. A lot of them have that. Yeah, it's crazy. People have my handwriting on them. And it's
wild.
not good handwriting at all. It's bad. So it's crazy, yeah. But I love them so much. I would get their handwriting tattooed if there wasn't as many of them as there are.
Yeah, those
I
would
should
not
have
be
everyone's
secret. Yeah.
handwriting all their names. I might do that one day.
That's what we do at the Greek.
I think that's what we should do at the Greek. We should have a tattoo party and I get everyone's name. What's your name back there? Okay, Jenna, put here. I think that'd be fun. Anyway.
Simone says that they cannot wait to see you at the Greek and wants to know, what songs are you most excited to sing on tour?
I don't know. I don't want to say any song. Even if you guys know there's certain songs, obviously, that will be sung. I just want everything to be a surprise. So, I don't know. Probably. I don't know, man. I'm excited for everything. Maybe King of Everything, I'll say. I think is going to be a fun song.
All right.
Yeah.
You're being very generous with tour teases, so thank you.
Am I? I feel like I'm holding back. Okay.
It's a good balance.
Okay.
More, yeah, it's a good
you.
balance.
Thank you.
This question is from Aiden, who has the best handwriting I've ever seen.
Let me see.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's perfect. I'm going to read the full thing. Hi, Angel. Thank you for everything.
Hi.
My question is, what was the decision on making the tour the Spin-In Tour rather than Silence Between Songs Tour? I love you, and I cannot wait to see you.
I love you. I did already answer that. So, again, I'm not going to bore you. Don't be sorry. Are you apologizing? Don't be. I'm sorry that I answered your
Had
question
no idea.
prematurely. How dare I? That's my fault. You know the answer to the question, but I will say that I love you, and I'm excited. And thanks for being here today, and thanks for coming to the tour. It means absolutely so much to me.
It truly seems like everyone who has submitted a question, I imagine everyone here, we will all be at the Greek.
That means so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
We are so excited. I'm happy to hear that you're excited for this one.
Yeah.
We have some songs to get to now.
Yeah. Can I sing for you guys?
Please, yes.
Okay.
So thank you for chatting with me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're the best.
and then,
Thank you.
yes. Round of applause. Everyone, please stay seated, and we're just going to reset the stage really quickly, and
Okay.
then we're going to be gifted with a lovely performance.
Oh, thank you. Can the lights go on? Thank you.